We all know you can move words around in a sentence, change the focus. But what if those moved words still act like they're back where they started?
Exactly. It's a really fascinating area.
Today we're doing a deep dive into that syntactic reconstruction. We're looking at the ideas in syntactic reconstruction, movement, and interpretation. And our mission really is to unpack why this happens, what's going on under the hood.
Right. It's this phenomenon where elements, pieces of the sentence, they get moved. But for interpretation, for meaning, sometimes they behave as if they hadn't moved at all.
Okay, yeah.
And the big question is, what does that tell us about, how language works in our minds?
So let's nail that down. Reconstruction. A moved bit acts like it's still in its old spot. Why is that?
Yeah.
Surprising. Can you give us a quick example?
Sure. Think about pronouns. Binding. Normally a pronoun like he can't really refer back to a name that comes after it in the sentence structure.
Our standard rule.
But
Yeah.
reconstruction, sometimes you move a whole phrase containing a pronoun way up to the front.
Yeah.
And suddenly, that pronoun can refer back to a name that now follows it. It behaves as if the whole moved chunk was still back in its original position later in the sentence.
Whoa, okay. That's pretty weird. So the surface order isn't the whole story. Our brain is accessing some kind of earlier arrangement.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It suggests there's a level of representation where the original position still matters for meaning.
Does this also affect things like scope? Words like every or some, how we understand what they apply to?
Absolutely. That's a key area.
Yeah.
Quantifiers. Their scope, basically, what chunk of the sentence they logically apply to, can sometimes be determined by where they were before movement.
Huh.
So you might ask a question starting with a phrase like, which picture of every student? Even though every student is up front, the meaning might still act like every student has a lower scope, as if it were still embedded deeper in the sentence structure. It changes the possible answers, the whole interpretation.
It's like the sentence carries a ghost of its past structure. Fascinating. Are there specific kinds of sentences where this pops up more often?
Yeah, definitely. Certain structures, certain types of movement are more prone to showing these reconstruction effects.
And how do linguists explain it? Is the brain literally, like, rewinding the movement?
Well, that's the big debate. Some early ideas were maybe like that, a literal undoing, but many current theories think it's something else.
Like what?
More like abstract mechanisms, not necessarily putting things back physically, but rules of interpretation that effectively look back at the original position or copy information from it, non-literal movement approaches, basically.
Non-literal. Interesting. The source mentions a movement specifically. How does that fit in?
Right. A movement, that's a technical term for certain kinds of movement. Think about forming questions with who, what, which.
For questions?
Or making relative clauses like the book, which I read. Those kinds of movement very consistently show reconstruction effects.
So when you ask, who does he think Mary likes? That who moved from the object position of likes. Right?
Exactly. And reconstruction effects might show up related to that original position. Relative clauses are another great testing ground.
You mentioned quantifiers earlier. Are they sort of the key tool for spotting this?
They really are. The behavior of quantifiers inside these moved phrases like in questions or relative clauses often gives us the clearest signal that reconstruction is happening.
Because their scope possibilities seem tied to that original spot.
Precisely. It shows our interpretation isn't just reading the words left to right on the surface, it's accessing a deeper structural level.
So if we boil it down, the big takeaway is that syntactic reconstruction pulls back the curtain, showing us this more abstract layer of sentence structure.
Right? Yeah, exactly right. It reveals that structure and meaning have this really intricate relationship. Movement happens, things shift around, but the original grammatical roles, the original semantic connections, they can still be active, still influence the final meaning. It's all about that interface between syntax and interpretation.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often, just in everyday conversation, is our understanding being shaped by these hidden histories within sentences? Are we constantly, unconsciously accounting for where words used to be to make sense of ambiguity or complexity, something to listen out for?